Oh, so spooky. Welcome to Roulette's 13th episode. Today's guest is the returning, the reigning, the wretched, Rodrigo, Jugulator, Raquio. We have a very special episode for you today. We had a lot of fun making this, and I hope you have just as much fun listening. I just wanted to take a moment to remind you all to like and subscribe to our channel. This will help build our brand, which helps each and every one of these lost souls we chat with on this podcast. And for the love of all things unholy, please let us know in the comments whether you think we're drunk, high, or sober, and we will give you a shout out in the next episode if you are correct. Or maybe we'll give you a shout out if you're not correct. People aren't doing this, and it's all part of the fun, so please do. We will also be reading any 5-star reviews you guys leave on Spotify and iTunes. This will help us out immensely also. And don't forget, we are doing our Hot Ones Hot Sauce Challenge on July 26th, so keep an eye out for that. We'll be live streaming as well as pre-recording, so watch out for that. We'll be probably doing it on Facebook or Instagram as we go along and our tongues burn, and we'll be filming our regular podcast afterwards, so that will be loads of fun. So let's start the podcast. Hello everyone to the 13th episode of Wrecked Roulette. We are about to make our first sacrifice. Rodrigo. And
how's it going, ladies?
Welcome back
today. Fine.
I love
sir.
to be back here.
Fine, sir.
It's the 13th episode of Wrecked
13th
Roulette.
episode. It's
So,
our 13th
wow.
episode, so I figured it should be a little bit of ghostly.
That's
Well,
pretty awesome. I'm about to turn 40 in the next month, and the thing is, everything sensational is happening right before I'm about to turn 40. So a lot of great things have been happening. So I'm really excited about this episode, especially when you told me the other day it's gonna be about horror stories. So
Horror stories.
yeah.
Horror.
Horror. So let's warm up with a little bit of Evil's Monkey's Paw.
All right.
My favorite.
Let's just dive right in. We know a lot about Rodrigo. He was in one of our last podcasts, but this time all we want to know is what his fears and what his deepest, darkest wishes are for this.
Okay.
So
Darkest
make
wishes.
your first wish, but be warned.
There's always
You may
price.
fuck with it.
Oh my god. Now I feel like
Uh-huh.
should I turn about my BDSM horror?
Yes.
Yeah,
I like
right.
how nervous he's
Make-
pulling his collar because he's
It's
so
like a-
nervous. I
He's
love
like,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's this podcast gonna
What
be
have I
like?
done?
I got the fan on and all, and no, it's still it's still sweating about it. Like,
All right, Rodrigo. If you had
Okay.
one wish, what would it be?
I wish.
Make a wish.
I want to actually be chained up by a bunch of succubus ladies.
All right.
And
I don't know how to
want
make that
be-
worse.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, but I thought you wanted a
But they
confession.
all look like Baby Spice.
No, babies.
They're all Baby Spice.
They're all Baby Spice. Various
Baby-
iterations of Baby Spice.
Baby Spice. Okay, fine. Let me die. My nightmare, whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Next wish. Next wish. Give it to us.
I want to actually be bathing in red wine, basically. I want to have a bath filled with red wine.
Okay, granted, but it's non-alcoholic plonk. So it's not even worth. Sorry, not sorry.
All right. What kind of wish is that?
Okay, third wish, and both of us get to fuck with it.
All right. Let's see. Shit, I don't know what the wish should be. Seeing both of you over there. I don't know.
We're waiting. We're salivating, waiting
Don't
to
get
destroy it.
Don't
Or
get
just fuck
ideas,
with it lately.
Behave, Rodrigo. Behave. Yeah, okay. I let you both of you to freaking tie me up and pour wine on me and everything and freaking whip the shit out of me. Like, fine.
That's pretty kinky, dude. Like,
That is pretty kinky.
talk to me after the podcast. But to fuck with it.
That's right. It's the opening too, right?
Both of us are slugs. That's we can't really do much.
Yeah.
We're whipping you with ribbons, so it's really soft and ineffectual.
That's a good one. Take it, Rodrigo.
And pour cotton candy on me. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Alright,
I figured
so-
we'd talk about some ghost stories, but I was going to talk about, so if you had to get stuck in a Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you want that Halloween costume to be?
Like the mummy? Probably.
You want to be a mummy?
Yeah.
Nice. Have you done that costume before?
No, actually never done it though. It must
Okay.
be fucking
I
uncomfortable
I was
though.
I was
Yeah.
hoping you had so you could send us a picture, but never mind.
Yeah.
Like just post it in the video.
No, I can
Excellent.
dress as Batman. That's the most scary. No, not really. I can dress as a zombie, or I can put like a full suit, worker suit, like looking like the Halloween guy, basically, Michael Myers, right?
Nice.
Yeah. That's pretty much
Excellent.
most of the scary things I have done. Yeah.
How about you, Courtney? What
But you,
would
Deb?
want to
Oh,
be?
me?
Uh,
Me?
I beat you to it.
Oh boy. I've done it twice. It's one of my favorites. I do Little Red Riding Hunter. So
Okay.
like Red Riding Hood, but it's kind of a shorter dress with fishnets and tall boots. And then I have like scars and weeping bloody cuts all over my face and neck and chest.
So you want to always have open wounds?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
pretty much.
don't cut in front of me in line at the grocery store or I will flick you with my blood. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I
Yeah.
asked the question.
That's how
I
that
wasn't
goes. That's how
prepared.
that
Like I
goes.
prepared this question too, and I never thought of the answer that I would
Oh
give.
my god.
Because
Oops.
that's how the level of preparedness I have. I would probably say that chick from Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
I always have massive cans and be able to turn men into mush.
I dig it.
Like I don't have
So-
superpowers, but then like with superpowers comes super responsibility. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Probably I don't need a costume. I'm scary enough, anyways. I never really spend money on a costume. I always say that, Rodrigo, what are you gonna dress off? I go, I don't know. Like I'm scary
Yeah.
enough. Like, why do I need a costume?
I,
Did
like,
either of you dress up last year? Just for fun? Like
yes, I
Yeah?
did.
What did
Oh
you do?
shit. I sure did.
Send me
Um,
pictures. I'll put it on the screen
yeah.
now.
I will.
All right. Yeah, so you can put it right down below
Fuck,
there.
it's on my Insta.
Like
Maybe
I'll
I
just
can
edit
actually-
the photo in later.
Okay, we are back. There we go. Sorry for the interruption. I take full responsibility for it.
So, we were going to do.
I
Would
got
you
a
rather?
chalice.
Oh, that's right. You went to get the chalice.
You
so
went to
what
get
is
the chalice.
So
What is this
I got some
chalice?
sage here.
He's got
Sage?
tricks.
The chalice of blood. No, not really.
I
There
should
we
do a room smudging too, to release all the bad energy.
That's right.
Wait until we're
Cleanse
done.
Cleanse the room.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, like
There you go. Yeah. Excellent.
All right. Love the smell of it.
I have my sage, but it's in the other room, so I'm not gonna go grab it right now. So let's also do some would you rather, but make it evil.
All right.
Well, Courtney, take the reins.
Who's playing that classical music?
Both of you. Would you rather somebody scoop your eyes out or cut out your tongue and cut your fingers off?
think scoop my eyes out.
Yeah, it's
'Cause then
easier
I
if
can
someone else does it for
I can
you.
still like sing and play guitar. Yeah.
I need my tongue, trust me. Like a down there.
You gotta have your
Rodrigo.
oh,
Right. Yeah, anytime I need to
Rodrigo.
down below. Right?
Oh my god, too funny.
I convinced my partner to I was like we wanted to learn a language on Duolingo. and-
Valerian?
No, I voted for Spanish and my reasoning was like I can roll my R's and he's like, fine.
Yeah.
So we're learning Spanish.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
You will see the benefits from learning Spanish later on. Trust me.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Courtney is gonna appreciate that for sure.
Excellent. Excellent. You guys can talk about me behind my back. It'll be great.
I don't talk behind your back. I'm straightforward.
Arriba!
Did you just call me a punta? What? See, I speak a little bit of Spanish. That word. That's about it.
Tú eres un perro.
Amor perro. Yeah, there you go. Amor perro.
You guys should have like a Duolingo word
Perro
only.
marron.
Well, speaking actually of things where you can actually watch, like to learn Spanish too, to practice.
Mhm.
I've been watching Luis Miguel, La Serie, which is actually about a famous singer from Mexico, right?
Okay.
And it's also from Selena, the series as well. So check it out because it's all about music as well, right? But it's more on the dark side of the music industry kind of thing, right? So it's a TV series, but they show you how they started up and all of that, right? So they speak a lot of Spanish there and English as well. So
Cool.
I really like this podcast called Disgraced Land. And
Okay.
It's all like musicians and actors and whatever are behaving badly, and they did an episode on Selena.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, no, it was freaking tragic what happened to her, Too young.
Oh yeah, like
Mm.
it was like the head of her fan club.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I highly recommend you guys check it out if you haven't.
Yeah,
The one
it's
on-
definitely-
that one's really good. The one on James Brown was like, are you kidding me? Is that real? Did he do that?
really?
Yeah. It's really good. I think right now it might just be on Amazon podcasts, but for a while it was on everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, just if you get a chance, there's some really good shit on there.
I'm actually doing a lot of research on anything like that, related
Okay.
to music stuff, because what happened is this week I have a very heavy week in which actually I was helping out this group of poets that they wanted to do
I listened.
Yeah.
I listened to one of them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it
thank
was
you.
good.
So what happened is I had a version made live here at my office, right?
Okay.
A studio office. And then I had to do one with multi-tracks, right? So a studio version. So we had to submit
Ooh.
both of them, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Played all the percussions. I directed the video. Actually, I did everything. It was under a lot of pressure because we needed to submit everything yesterday, right? But it was a really exciting project. I got paid for it, which is awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, and I basically but I had to actually direct a lot of things because I'm experiencing this field of how to direct things.
Mhm.
I know I'm not a person who has accomplished a lot to say I have put many things out there, but I do have a lot of things that actually I still apply until this day that they have helped me out from my previous experience in the past years.
Okay.
So now I'm about to work in a cover song about the band Talk Talk. Remember the band Talk Talk? Okay.
Yep.
And the song is a shame.
Oh, I'd have to listen.
All right, so
I probably do know it.
From that song, actually, I'm gonna be working on a video clip actually, but it's gonna be a dark version of it. So
okay.
yeah, and I'm gonna be doing vocals back again because basically
Nice.
I'm reconsidering about returning to do vocals again. I've been learning to play bass and I've been playing keyboards and piano, but I still I want to actually take back certain things. Actually, I haven't rescued for a while, so I want to put them back in action now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a cover version of
shit.
that.
Okay.
want to
Well,
do a pretty cool
please
kick-ass
remember to
video.
send it over.
Yeah,
Send
so these things they came together in the exact moment when I started to watch this TV series, right? Like the Luis Miguel one and the one of Selena. They told me a lot of things actually about the music industry and how you have to prepare on certain things and how you have to act in conditions that if last minute, if then else kind of thing, right? Application. So I did everything all at once, right? So like, yeah, that's how I put it together. But I slept the whole day today. I got drunk yesterday, and I was like I just woke up a little while ago, right? So I just came fresh from the shower just because I had a week later.
Excellent.
But,
thank you.
But thank you for checking out. Like,
Thanks
for
checking out. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
Right.
I do. I try, especially when people like send me stuff or tag me. So I really do try and like listen. You know, give it some attention. So yeah, anything you make in the next little while, send it to me.
Yeah, different style though. Of course, it's nothing related to metal music, right? A lot of people, they would think sometimes working with me has to be only based on the metal music, but it's not. Like, I'm very open-minded to, like, I'm very eclectic to a lot of styles of music, very versatile in that sense, right? So I can actually like just say whatever you propose to me, to say, hey, like, want to work in a project like this, I'm like, sure, let's do it. It's very hard for me to say no, just in case, so you know.
All right, we're gonna turn into giant slugs and grab some ribbons, and there we go.
That's right. Oh yeah, all right, yeah. So get ready. Yeah, I'm up for that. Did I say no ever? Maybe. All right,
let's tell some ghost stories.
Yeah, ghost stories. Okay, who wants to go first?
It seems like you have one like ready to go, so let's start with Rodrigo.
Pull that trigger.
Okay, it wouldn't be exactly ghost story, but it's something really fucking scary. Okay, that happened in my childhood, and it's based on in regards to between reality and a dream. Okay. So what happened is that when I was 5 years old, back in Chile, like in the neighborhood I was living at, there was a gentleman who they used to be called the mayor, okay? Like the mayor of the city kind of thing, right? But it was like this homeless guy who always walked like up and down the hill, the uphill of the city, we're surrounded by dogs, and he was always carrying like a big sack of different things, get to know, clothing, food, whatever, right? So what happened is that one night, he used to go like a day and night over there in the city, walking back and forth, and surrounded by at least a minimum of 10 dogs every single day, okay? Stray dogs.
Okay.
So one day I did something that actually my mother wasn't pleased with, and I kind of say, Rodrigo, if you don't behave, like I'm going to make sure that actually you're going in the sack of that guy over there who's walking up and down the street, and you don't have. Yeah, fucking Spanish parents can be like that, okay? Like, they can scare the crap out of you, so that's why I always joke about again, wear your double diapers, because you might end up shitting yourself with some of the stories, right?
Oh my god!
So it happened that kind of my mother produced a fear, and being a kid, I believe it, right? So one day when I was actually around 8 years old, I did something that wasn't right. I can't remember what it is exactly, but I didn't do something that my mother asked me to do, so I misbehaved, and then basically I had a nightmare in which actually it was my mother called this guy in the dream, okay, called the mayor to come to pick me up, to put me in his bag. So what happened is that the dogs, all the dogs, they came to surround me, right? They appeared to my door of the house.
Oh my god!
They grabbed me from the extremities. They freaking dragged me, they just went with their jaws, they just they grabbed me, they dragged me, and they were dragging me to the sack where other children apparently they have been caught in the sack, because that's what my mother put it that's where the bad kids they go.
Oh my god! Thanks, mom.
It happened that basically I was being dragged, and the mayor, he opens the bag, and there was like an entire freaking black hole vortex nebula shit, like the most crazy shit. And I was screaming, and I woke up fucking crying.
Oh my god. And you know what? how many years later, and you're telling the story, and it's still like super
It feels
present.
so
Yeah.
fucking fresh because one day I was telling Suyi about it. Go, Suyi, like we were talking about dreams. I dream every night. I always have like a different type of dreams, deja vus, things like that, right? But I'm always
Deja vus I've been getting since I was a kid. Yeah.
So I'm always creating in my mind in a way. It helps me out a lot because I have my gears rolling for new ideas of what I have to do with my business, like plans and projects I have to do in the future, or how to act to certain situations, right? So the thing is that, like I say to Sui, what's been the worst nightmare or dream that you ever had, or kind of thing, whatever it is, right? And she told me like her part of the story before, right? Like a kind of that she would miss her parents or something like that, right? Or that the parents would abandon her or something. And then I told her my story, and she freaking was like, "Oh my god!" Like that for a kid to be told that shit, especially when you're 5 years old. That you freaking misbehave. You don't do what I tell you. Like you're gonna end up in a fucking flat.
So mean. I love it. Oh shit!
Then it's not a ghostly story, but it's something like fucking scary, like that you grew up with, right? It didn't traumatize you or anything, but yeah, it has this pop up, right?
Speaking of dreams, like I have this recurring nightmare, and I've had it since as long as I can remember, and it happens every couple of years. Scariest dream I've ever had in my life, and it's super weird. I'm in an ocean, like a body of water.
Okay.
And I usually have either a pillow or a life ring, and then it's not huge waves, but it's enough. And in the background, there's a pulsing sound, and that's the entire dream. I just hang out there for hours, and there's nothing around, no people, no chance of rescue, like nothing, just me and this pulsating wave thing. And it sounds benign when you say it, but when I'm having that dream, it's terrifying. And I've had it since I can remember.
Wow.
So yeah, weird.
I'm sure there's some sort of meaning behind that.
Oh, trauma, whatever.
Yeah.
The deep sea can be really scary. Like I'm gonna save my story for later on, but kind of it's Deborah to tell us. Yeah, excellent. But the sea is scary, like for sure, like in nightmares or anything like that. Yeah.
I mean, there's only so far we can go in the ocean without exploding. So who knows what lurks beyond?
Yeah, it's not like a Grand Theft Auto video game where you play Grand Theft Auto 5 and then you get to a certain extreme and then the shark appears. Yeah, it's not like that.
There's uncharted territory around in the ocean.
Right? Yeah.
I do remember one of my earlier dreams when I was in grade 1 involved what I called a Santa shark, but it was the color of my favorite Hot Wheels car. It was black with red, yellow, and orange racing stripes. It would pop out of the water and go ho ho ho. Oh. I had some weird fucking dreams when I was a kid. Oh Lord. Oh no, I still have weird dreams, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I woke up the other night and I had like made up music while I was sleeping, and I woke up and I was like, I should write that down.
That's happened to me so many times.
It's the best, and you better remember exactly what you're gonna play, and you gotta kind of go right to your keyboard or right on the side and freaking like it landed it, like because you have that.
I don't actually make music. I just have had that happen for me for years, but I don't.
Yeah, I have to do it though. Whenever like it kind of before like I do some melody.
Okay.
You have to go right away to the keyboard or something, and freaking memorize it, or write it down on the.
I'll like voice hum it.
Recorder.
I'll voice hum it and I'll save it, and then you can make it into a real song.
See, this sounds easy, but I do this all the time. I'll wake up, I'll be like, I'll remember it later, and then I forget.
Yeah, no, it's not the same.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just like tired. You is just like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll totally remember this.
Yeah, like I have really intense movie style dreams, and if I wake up and I tell somebody, or if I wake up and write it down, I can remember them.
Yeah.
But if I don't do either of those two things in the first like 5 minutes I'm awake, I forget.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything that.
But like tired you is like, if I write this down, I'm not going to go back to sleep, so I'm just going to go back to sleep.
It's a lot of apocalypse dreams. Lots of apocalypse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially
they're great.
Days,
it's very amusing.
Yeah. It's like how you can change it though. You start thinking, okay, like how can I change that though? If ever you get to be presented.
Fuck that. I don't want to change it. I want to capture it. I want to make a movie out of it or something. Like it's really, yeah.
You
it's
know,
quite
when I
intense.
think about the apocalypse, I always think about Terminator 2, that part where Sarah Connor basically she's seeing like in the playground of kids playing, and
Oh, she's at the fence.
and the fence, and then
Starts
suddenly
like
they comes
screaming.
the atomic bomb, right, and
Yeah.
freaking like everybody up.
Oh, I love that movie. So good.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I think of the apocalypse many times.
Fucking yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Deborah hasn't told us actually her. Yeah, like what's your dream or ghost experience in your
Okay.
case? Yeah, your
So
turn.
my grandfather passed a few years before this event. And I was lying in bed, and for whatever reason I said my papa's name 3 times. And I don't
Like
know
Bloody
why.
Mary, but like Bloody Poppy.
It was, I don't know if it was 3 times, but it was a certain amount of times. And then I was turning off my light and just kind of, doing that whole toss and turn thing before you fall asleep. And I see this figure of a man. It was like it was like darker than the room around me. So it was like a shadow, and it was just staring at me. And I tried to reach out to see what it was, and I couldn't grab anything. And I just kept being like, what are you? What's going on? And I was just like, okay, Deb, 3, 2, 1, we'll turn on the light. So I was like, 3, 2, 1, click. And it went away. But I felt like that was my grandfather visiting me, but I don't know why he was there or what he was doing.
Because you called him 3 times.
I don't know. I just
like
said
Bloody Mary.
I don't know why.
Like
I just said Papa, Papa, Papa. I don't know.
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it was the same thing. I don't know why I did it.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
But I had to sleep with the nightlight on for like months and months after that.
How long ago was this?
I'm probably like 10 years ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Still not a kid. You were definitely an adult.
Yeah. And I wasn't sleeping because I was able to turn on the light. I was able to look around. It was just the freakiest thing. It was like when you've been in the sun too long and you're like, you see these black spots, but it was like a black figure of a man.
Oh man.
So that kind of spooked me.
That's creepy.
So,
no, definitely.
Have you ever had a dream of dead people visiting you?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Tell.
Well, in the case of that would be like a ghost story, right? Like my father, because he passed away back in April of 1996. He was only 57 years old. Very hardworking man. He was running a seafood market business in Chile. And the thing is, he passed away when I was only 16. Like I was only 15 at the time.
Yeah.
It marked me a lot. Even sometimes you would think, okay, like probably when you're a teenager, some other people, they have like this concept that they're kind of careless or kind of like they don't feel the same emotions or things like that. But it did kind of like he has reappeared in my life from time to time to basically to give me more support spiritually, like to what I'm doing in regards to business. Like I remember he was one of the main inspirations actually of reappearing actually in my life, especially like in the latter years, in the latter 5 years, I would say, where like I started the Devil's Cellar again. He was kind of like some of the decisions I had to make kind of he tended me to recall or almost to take me back in time to his era when he had to make a decision about something of taking a certain path or how to negotiate with people. Because he was well known for being like a very nice guy he was an alphabet. He wouldn't know how to read or write. All he knew to do was like actually to make sales, be nice to people, grateful to them. What is it? He will count money and do his signature. That's it. And the rest of the things, they would do like my mother in her side. Like she will be the one actually like taking care of the money and kind of doing all the paperwork for all the kids to have the education, basically, like for the 5 brothers. So kind of like in a way, like the way I manage things with Suji, sometimes I do act like my father, but more in an evolutionary way, I would say. Kind of because I had the chances of being educated, like he was abandoned by his mother while he was a baby.
Yeah, well, you were like him for the modern era.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, right? So I'm kind of like his reincarnation. Even though we're 5 children in total, like I'm the fourth one, you wouldn't think actually, oh, the fourth one kind of would be so related to him because I didn't spend so much time with him, but every time I would see him, I would appreciate actually the times I would see him because he was the kind of man who worked actually 12 hours a day in order to run the business, like for 7 days or something. So yeah, but eventually, yeah, he died pretty young because of that, right? He worked his ass off, like it just was like to have the best possible, right? And whenever I think of him, it's like something sacred for me. Like it kind of it appears when I need him. Huh. It's like it's there for advice.
That's awesome.
That's
actually.
really that's great.
SpoOoky.
It's kind of a pleasure to like
Spoopy.
So my partner recently, he had a dream where his grandma who died came to him and he told him, keep Deb around.
Is that why he proposed?
You have to be with her. Like,
seriously,
this is your path.
Is that why he proposed to you?
No, this was after.
Okay, cool.
And it was the strangest thing. He's like, so I guess we have to be together. Says my dead grandmother.
Don't sass your grandma, Corey. Don't sass your grandma.
I've also had like weird dreams where like my cat or my grandparents have come, and not like it hasn't been eventful. It's just been like they're sitting at the dinner table. Does anyone else find this weird? And then they're just like my dad or something will be like, oh yeah, they're just here to visit. And they're just there. They didn't really say anything, but it's strange. I've had that happen with both my grandparents and my old cat. Ooh. Where it's just been like, I don't remember. Did I feed you today? Because I haven't seen you in a really long time. Like, am I taking care of you? I'm so confused. But she's just there kind of just to hang out. Ooh. My cat, yeah.
Take that. I love scary stories. I have loved scary stories and scary movies and all that stuff since I was a kid. Yeah. Like when I was really young, we would go to the library and I would rent the same cassette over and over. It was that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Oh.
Did you ever listen to those?
I didn't.
Oh my god!
I loved Goosebumps. Goosebumps
no,
and Fear
this is
Street.
Worse. This is scarier than Goosebumps.
I read every single one of those. Oh my god, they were great.
Tales from the Crypt show.
Oh my god, I love Tales from the Crypt.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, there was one episode that scared the living shit out of me, and I can't watch it. It was the one with like the dolls or something. I don't remember.
Oh my god. Yeah, I do remember actually. It was like the ventriloquo, like the one with it was like a mobster doll or something like that.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Like that was
there was one where like they were in some sort of toy factory.
Okay. Hear me out.
And that one scared the shit out of me.
Hear me out. Viewing party where we make Deb watch this episode again.
Oh my god. Yes, I'll download all of the Are You Afraid of the Dark?
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sure they're on one of the streaming platforms. If not, I'll just buy the episode.
Sure. Perfect.
That'd be a great viewing party. Yeah. We should do that. So there's
let's bring up her childhood trauma and make her watch it on camera for the amusement.
I'll probably still find it scary as fuck.
Probably.
So the next spooky event is August 13th. So maybe we'll watch it then.
What's August 13th?
Friday the 13th.
Oh
my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me.
So we're doing this spooky special for our 13th episode. I'm playing this ominous music in the background. You can kind of hear if I blast it.
Oh.
But I'm just keeping it low in the background just for our spooky tales.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. You said August 13th.
August 13th, we have to have another spooky podcast.
That is all right. Friday.
We talk about we watch some scary Are You Afraid of the Darks or Goosebumps.
I think I'm in Toronto. I might be away that weekend, but
Don't tell people
Um,
that. We might air it later.
Yeah, you're gonna get a
We
reminder.
might
Way too
pre-record.
much now. You know how we should
the
call
one,
out
the episode, the episode with Oh my god.
Listen to her.
Oh my god, you guys.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
it's just even I
There's
was
this
thinking about
podcast that
calling
I
the same-
love. There's this podcast that I love. Annie Louie hosts. It's a Snortcast, and like she snorts when she laughs, and I think that's the most endearing thing. It's just check it out, Annie
Oh my
Louie's
God.
Snortcast podcast.
It's almost like a boar or something. Oh my god.
Okay, Rodrigo. Would you
Okay,
rather
by
have?
the way, you're,
Oh, what?
season 3, episode 5, Tale of the Doll Maker.
It's
Is that the one?
probably it. Yeah.
Possibly.
Does
I'm gonna
does
see
this
if I can
freaky
find
ass
all of them.
girl? Does this freaky ass girl trigger you at all?
Oh,
I think yeah.
look at her eyebrows. Her eyebrows.
So
right?
mannequins and
Hello,
dolls really freak
90s.
me out.
What is up?
I know.
Mannequins scare the shit out of me when I was younger. Like we had this. I was at this art camp, and we were at Seneca College taking this art course, and they had like a cage full of mannequins, and they used to scare the shit out of me.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah,
I have a basket of mannequin hands just like around.
I
my
have a
house
mannequin
for no
arm
reason.
from that. I have a mannequin arm from that Girls' Night Out COVID edition.
I might steal it from you because I have a mannequin leg and I have a really tall mannequin, like the mannequin's head with no features and then a really tall neck. My ex used it to do Slender Man one year. He had those like jumping stilts and he put on a suit, and then he had grippers in his hands through the suit and put gloves on the end, and then this really tall thing. So he was running around the neighborhood like making children cry. It was fantastic. I mean,
awesome.
Sorry, children.
But unfortunately, I'm only gonna acquire mannequin parts, let alone instead of give them away.
Okay.
I always
Because
wanted to make it
I
like a
want my
Polo Comesto.
sketches to become more and more fucked
Okay.
Yeah.
as time goes on. Yeah, I'd like to be able to be like, this is Deb is completely fucked.
Oh my god.
Like her shit is funny, but
you
fucked.
should come over. You should come here to the Retalk Center and film some stuff here, because I like, as I said, I just have 4 types of fake blood at all times. Like
music.
oh, that was sorry, that we were talking about that, but we weren't recording. So just
you're giving me ideas for my future video clip. That's great, actually. Yeah. So, yeah.
yeah, basket of mannequin hands, all sorts of prosthetics and like stage makeup, and I just want to
awesome.
I have
See, like,
there's a closet upstairs that just has an entire section of costume stuff.
Yeah.
Just
this has to be a podcast for Halloween.
Since I was a kid, actually, I always wanted to have like a decorations here in my office. Eventually, I'm gonna have them. I wanna make it look like the Moloko Velo set, like from the Clockwork Orange, right? Like a kind of.
Oh my god!
I love that movie.
Orange.
That's one of my top.
Yeah,
top
when I watched Clockwork Orange, was back in Chile. The thing is, okay, kids supposed to not watch it because it's controversial, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I was 7 years old. I got to watch it. So that was.
Oh my god, you watched this as a 7-year-old? That's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that was something else. That was something else, right? Like, because as I said to you earlier, like I'm in a family of 5 brothers, but my 3 older brothers, they were born between 70 and 72. So what happened is I was born 81. So I grew on my own in a way. And whatever they were doing as teenagers or grown-ups already, or being adults at 18, I was actually witnessing that whenever they were partying, what kind of music they were listening to, what movies they would bring home. Even I started to watch porn around that age too, because at the time, porn was prohibited, okay? It was something illegal.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But the only way, I'm gonna tell you this, okay? And everybody should listen to this carefully. The only way you can find out what it was a porn between like all those VHS collection, it was actually one putting the case in the opposite way. That wasn't showing the label. I knew that was a fucking porn.
So funny.
And whenever I would pull it out, I would put it in. Yeah, sure. It was a fucking porn. Pull it out, pull it in.
Oh shit. That's so
Oh
funny.
my god. Like, yeah. Like that was the fucking porn movie.
Okay.
What can you do, right?
good.
Very curious. Very curious.
Exactly.
Let's do another Would You Rather Evil Edition.
Ooh.
Yeah, would you rather? Yeah.
I
Would
went
you-
first. One of you go
Okay.
next.
Would you rather have part of your guts trimmed through, like cut from your abdomen and trimmed and sewn back together? Or would you rather your nose cut off?
Would I rather have Crohn's colitis or have my nose cut off? Crohn's colitis. Thank you.
I need my nose.
But like
Okay.
brutally, like just butchered. So you always have
Because you like to
always
stop and
have,
smell
like,
the flowers,
stomach-
right?
Yeah.
Right. Yes, I like to smell the flowers. Yeah.
I didn't think about the second part. I was like, oh man, having your guts exposed.
You
would
knew
be
it was
really
going to cost
brutal.
you.
Oh
But
man, I'd love to have like a clear window so that I could like look at my guts.
okay, would you
No, you just-
rather
You
be
just want
able
to
to
pour
fart
cocaine on
out
it
of
and
your
just snort it.
eyes?
Come on, just say it.
Would you rather be able to fart no, burp out of your eyes or fart out of your mouth?
Burp out of my eyes. That would be amazing.
Oh my god.
I
Say
want to do that
again.
now.
Say
I
that,
would
freak
say
show.
that again. Say
I
that
would-
again.
That would be so good if I could just
Deborah.
burp out of
Deborah,
my
say that
eyes.
again. What did you say about like someone farting in your mouth?
No, farting
No,
out
when
of
you
your
fart
mouth
out
or
of your
pooping
eye.
out of your eyes. And I don't even want to. I totally want to be able to burp out of my eyes like right now for real in real life. That would be amazing. Like, yes. Somebody's
Yeah, no,
giving
I
you
just keep it
stink eye,
simple. I
you
just
look
tell
at the
girls
back.
to
I'm like,
just follow my
"Wah."
dick.
So
Oh my
what
God.
is your favorite horror movie?
I'm so censored now.
Oh my God, what's my favorite? I really love The Cell.
Mm.
It's Vincent D'Onofrio, Jennifer Lopez.
I have to look up mine. I don't remember
It's
what
freaky
it's
as
called.
shit. It's so good. It's disturbing and the visuals are fucked. Yeah, I like that one. Event Horizon.
Mm.
I first saw that my parents had gone away. I was living with my dad and my stepmom, and they'd gone away for a while, so I had the house to myself. Like they went away for a couple weeks, so I thought it would be a really good idea to hang out. And I was, I don't know, 16 or something,
Mm.
and watched this movie by myself in the basement. And I actually it scared the fuck out of me. It's so good. What's your favorite movie? Horror movie?
I
Mine?
really love The Birds, and I really
Yeah.
like what scared me when I was young was what lies beneath with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of that. Well, The Birds is great.
Mhm.
I actually, one of my high school art projects, I did like a album cover and I used her screaming
Oh yeah.
as the shot of the head on the album cover. So good. I actually have a whole disc collection of Alfred Hitchcock movies.
Yeah, what's her face?
So
Tippi
good.
Whoa, cool.
Hedren.
Tippi
I
Hedren,
heard
yeah.
that Tippi Hedren was blacklisted by Alfred because of how she behaved in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she talked back to him or something like that.
Oh.
And
We.
yeah, he fucked over her career.
I
Like,
always
you'll never
like
work
Alfred
again.
Hitchcock. Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
since whenever I watch with my father, actually, by the age of 8, I used to watch the show. They would play late at night on the national TV back
Yeah.
home. So they would play close to midnight, right? But I love these stories, every single thing. The one that had the soundtrack going like. Yeah, like that was so cool, and it would show only the shadow, kind of the silhouette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Fuck, yeah.
a lot
For
of it,
sure.
right?
I love
Oh.
I love Alfred's films. I know he's treated as his actresses a little bit weird.
Oh, by the way,
but I do
wait.
love his films.
I didn't tell you which movie actually is my favorite though. But
what's your favorite?
are really familiar with this one. The House
Okay.
by the Cemetery.
Hmm.
The House by
is
the
it?
Cemetery.
Who's in it?
I'm looking this
Oh.
up.
That shit.
Fuck,
I
but
have to be that
it's
shit, motherfuckers. All right, hold on.
but okay, put it this way, it's a
1981
family.
film.
They moved to a Victorian home, and in the Victorian home there was someone in the downstairs, but basically it was like
it was made the year you were born.
family. Yeah,
Its
and
plot
it was
revolves
next to a
around.
cemetery. So the
Oh,
house
it's an
was
Italian horror. Okay,
I see.
yeah, got
I
it.
like that. Oh, I like it. Anything with Dario Argento as well, like demons. Remember demons, like stuff
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I'm
The
gonna watch
Demons
Shining.
was
I also
fucking
love The
awesome.
Shining. The Shining's a good one.
The Shining.
The
The
Shining.
Shining.
Ah,
The Shining.
I prefer the Simpsons version of The Shining.
No, that's The Shining. No, honestly though, The Shining was probably one of the scariest books I ever read when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
The Shining.
you just
Shining.
you just get this sense of
Ah,
dread.
The
as you-
Shining.
The Shining.
No, from the Shining.
Okay.
Oh my god. Hey guys, do you so Rodrigo, when we were talking earlier, not on the recording,
Yeah.
but earlier, you
Okay.
mentioned Tales from the Crypt. Have you seen the Snoop Dogg horror film, which is done in the style of Tales from the Crypt?
No.
Oh my god, dude. I love it.
The
I love it. I love
fuck?
it. It's so
Really?
good.
Snoop Dogg?
It's on Tubi if you guys use Tubi at all. And it's like anthology style, so there's 3 different stories I guess throughout it, but they do the like Tales from the Crypt style thing. I super freaking love it. It's Hood
Awesome.
of Horror.
Maybe that has to be
right?
another
Hood
watch
of
party.
Horror.
Hood of Horror.
Okay.
Hood of Horror. And
Okay,
it's
so it's
on
2006.
it's old, yeah. And
Yeah.
like nobody ever knows that it's a thing, but it's a thing. And I would love it if he made more horror movies. That'd be amazing.
Oh my god, we have
Dudes,
to make this a watch party.
Yes.
Either Halloween or Friday the 13th.
Okay, but don't
Yeah.
watch
One
it.
on the
Don't
list.
watch it ahead. Make sure you're watching it blind.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah. Of
Okay.
course, it's gonna be a
Done.
reaction
Done.
video.
Fresh,
Fucking
impressed, right?
done.
Done.
Refill?
Non-script shit. That's right.
Cheers, baby.
All organic.
Okay. So I want to know another ghost story. Who has another ghost story to tell?
Okay. I go with one, but it's no horror story, okay? It's a freaking experiences I have presents, okay?
Yeah, no tell.
All right.
Uh-oh.
All right. When I was 9 years old, I joined this Catholic school called De La Salle in Chile, okay? So it was like a semi-private school, Catholic, and they had a club for extra program, like activities that you could do on a Saturday for the Boy Scouts. So I joined the Boy Scouts actually in grade 4. Okay. So what happened is that they took us to this city nearby from the city I was located at. And there was a lot of nature, and it had like another uphill kind of thing, which was really cool. When we got to the top of the hill, I remember the 3rd day, we went only away for 4 days. So kind of on the 3rd day, before returning to the city again, we had like a big celebration dance between all the classmates and all of that, right? And that was actually during the time that also they celebrated my birthday in July, because it happened in July. It was winter over there, but it was summer over here. So in the South Hemisphere, it's different, right? So right now it's fall season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it happened that when we went up the hill, we had to we made like a massive fire. And the thing is, once we finished by night, we were heading back to the base camp, basically, where we're staying at. And it happened that kind of they will call him the big wolf. The big wolf is supposed to be like the boss, right? Because it's like a kind of everything that they do in the Boy Scouts groups, they based it on the book of the Jungle Book kind of thing,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So like
kind of-
Rudyard Kipling?
Huh?
Like Rudyard Kipling Jungle Book?
Yeah,
Mowgli and
Mowgli, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, like a kind of when you had the groups of in the Boy Scouts, you have we were supposed to be a pack of wolves, right? But we were like a kind of the small wolves, and then like the experienced wolves and all of that, right?
Okay.
And there were 3 of us, and we just made the promise. So the promise is something that where you get your tie to actually to wear like with your uniform as a Boy Scout, right?
Yeah.
But I went for 1 year to that thing, but I did the promise, right, in which I became a Boy Scout. And it happened that the big leader, he basically sent us for a mission that we had to go back to the hill again and grab some, actually go with put it like a pitch can kind of thing, and I grabbed some of the charcoal for the next fire that we had to do back in the base camp. I go, okay, and because I was the new one, right, with other 2 guys, we were choosing to go back to the hill and fucking pick it up. But there was a catch on it. And the catch was like even knowing since I was a kid that basically Chile is not like other countries in Latin America where it has a lot of jungle or anything like that. Like if you would say like Brazil or Colombia or Venezuela, it doesn't have as much as jungle, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So apparently we had fucking monkeys on that day. Okay.
Oh my God.
These monkeys, they were not just regular monkeys. They were fucking gorillas. Okay. So when we went up back there, we were supposed to go back there, but before we went, we noticed some screens chants, going kind of shit like that, right?
Oh
and they didn't even look like humans. These guys, okay? You could see them in the dark, but they didn't look like humans. They looked like fucking gorillas, okay? That was the most fucking weird shit. And I told this friend who is into paranormal activities and all of that. I told him, yeah, this is what happened when I was a kid, and I was only 9 years old at the time. I decided not to go back to the hill. Fuck it, no, because that shit looks scary, okay? And I'm not gonna go and risk it just over there, in a place that I don't even know where the fuck I'm gonna end up dead at. And the thing is, the other guy, he didn't go either, but the other one, he risked it. He decided to go all the way up to the hill. He grabbed some of the charcoal. He almost got grabbed by one of the fucking monkeys who actually they were running side by side. So when he was coming down the hill, there were these fucking idiots, monkeys, running side by side. One of them almost grabbed them and fucking grappled with him.
Oh my God.
He was just a kid, okay? We were just 9 years old. So he made it to all the way down the hill, and basically the boss say, okay, wow, you are really brave. This is the flag. You can keep it for 6 months, the flag of the Lobesnos, of the wolves. And we were we look at each other with the other guy. We were like, fuck this guy, man.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, but it was like a fucking
get your own damn charcoal.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fucking out of here.
Right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got a fucking awesome time, and then when we head down, can you go pick up the charcoal because you guys are the new ones in the promise? Wow, fuck that.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
I hated it, what they were doing at the time, because even that guy, eventually he became a director of the school. The same guy who was directing the Boy Scouts, and apparently he got fucking sent to jail because he was stealing money from the payments monthly of every student, of every
oh my God
parent that were making, because it was a private school. You have to pay monthly to study there to get your education. And the thing is, he got sent to jail because a fucking guy, he was buying properties, buying yachts and stuff like that, he was doing it under the table. Oh, so Jesus. So good for that motherfucker, actually, that basically I didn't do what he was telling me all the time. And I ended up leaving 1 year the thing anyways. Yeah. But that we have monkeys in Chile, just in the zoo, and that's all where I seen them, nothing else. Yeah.
So speaking of spooky monkeys, when I was backpacking, we had to sleep, and we not only heard this spooky kind of wolf coyote hybrids call, but we also slept next to these barred owls, and they sounded like this.
Barn owls?
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn off
barn
the horror music.
Owls. Shit, gotta Google this. Barn owls. Oh, okay. Their face for some reason fucking scared the shit out of me.
Wait, is that monkeys or owls?
It's owls. But that's what kept us up all night.
The high hoo hoo, but the
yeah, they're owls.
Really?
Yeah, you find them. You find it in Asia, north of the Himalayas, most of Indonesian and the Pacific Islands, basically. Yeah, I just Google it. Oh. Yeah, but are they really here too, as well in North America, like in Canada?
Whoa, too loud. Yeah, those they're owls, not monkeys. But those kept us up for like hours.
Holy shit. Man.
That ooh noise.
Yeah.
Very monkey-esque. But
anytime I go camping or festivals or anything, I always bring earplugs because I don't give a shit. Like, I'm getting sleep.
It's backpacking, right? It's in Algonquin. There's bears, there's coyote, there's a hybrid wolf, there's all sorts of things that you
impressive
wear earplugs for, just in case.
Yeah. Like, and now where you found them again? In which
Algonquin
area?
National Park.
Algonquin Park.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I was on their longer backpacking trail.
That's crazy because you say that in Indonesia and Pacific Islands, basically, you find them. Yeah.
Oh man.
Quick break.
One.
All right, everyone. We were going to tell one more scary story. I think Rodrigo has one he wants to tell.
Yes, the man who became crow, like who became a crow.
Ooh.
All right. So, no, technically ghost story once again, but it's something like a phenomenon, right? That you see it and it's kind of like, you go, what the fuck, right? I was hanging out in this small rural town that I moved back in 1995. I moved to Quilpue, which is a small town that I always admire. Actually, it was in 1994 that I moved there. But what happens is my mother bought this property like back in the 80s, basically, kind of thing, in the late 80s. And we used to visit this auntie of ours who actually, she was technically a client of my mother when my mother used to sell seafood as well. But the thing is that they became friends, and one day, like this auntie decided to kind of invite us over there, to check out the place and all of that. And my mother decided to buy the property, right? Behind the house of this lady. And the thing is that we ended up moving over there after my parents separated, because my mother was on New Year's Eve in 1993, and she said what would you like to do after from here? Should we move to another city or something like that? Would you like to move to Quilpue? I go, sure, because we had already every summer we would visit there. We had a circle of friends that we would ride our bicycles, we would play soccer on the streets. It wasn't as urban compared to the city I was living at. Right? So I enjoyed that much more, and it helped me out actually with my chronic asthma, because I thought it was so dusty, there was no really pavement on the roads. I thought it was going to affect me on my asthma. It did much better compared to when I was living close to the port, on the main port of the city. Yeah, I know, because every winter actually, since the age of 5, I used to get chronic asthma attacks. And I used to, the first time I got hospitalized, and then every winter I had to go and visit this doctor to treat me, because I was getting sudden freaking strong asthma attacks, right?
Oh my God. Sucks to your asthma.
Yeah,
right. So then when I moved over there to the other city, it produced a big change. So that was a great wish of my mother, great proposal for us, after her separation, to say, let's go and do this, right? And the thing is, what happened when the more we're getting familiar, many things change when you move from the main city to a rural area. You can do more activities, you have more freedom to do more things, but at the same time, of course, you get used to the people, you make new friends and all of that. And I was thankful that my friends actually, they were more adventurous to say, hey, let's go and take a walk by the hills. Okay, cool. We will go and hang out in this area where basically we will see the trains going in the intercity trains. They will go going through a cave kind of thing, right? And everybody it was yeah, we should go to the cave to explore and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, what happened one day is we decided to go in the night. My mother, she was very protective, and she said, I trust your friends because they are your classmates and all of that, and I trust you, Rodrigo, that you can do fine with them. Okay, just don't come back too late. Come back before midnight. Okay. I remember we returned like before midnight to my place, but in the process that we were coming back from exploring the cave in the night, because it was more like exciting to explore it in the night more than during the day.
Yeah.
Suddenly we saw a man dressed with a long leather coat and a hat. But
Like
the
Van
hat it was
Helsing?
like a Van Helsing style, right? Like a Van Helsing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
And suddenly when he saw us from the distance, it was like a fucking like out of nowhere kind of a. He saw us. It's like we spotted him, and he kind of ran to this big rock. He hid there, like he crouched right behind.
Better than running towards you.
Yeah, he didn't come towards us, and he hid behind this rock. And suddenly, you see a fucking crow like flying away.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So he like turned into a crow almost.
Yeah, he turned into a crow.
Freaky.
And it kind of made me think of that video of I remember weeks later Madonna released the video clip Frozen. Remember the song Frozen from 1995-96?
No.
When she dressed like Ghost.
I'm not a big Madonna girl.
Madonna, you know, she's like the kind of rock star. She changes always appearance and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, to keep
Yeah. She is a genius that way. I have to
She's
say.
amazing. I always admire her since I was a kid, right? She was a chameleon of pop as well, right? But the thing is, where she released a video at the time in 1996 that was called Frozen, and the thing is, that's where like at one moment she kind of she kind of melts on the ground, and a bunch of crows they go everywhere flying. That's how it felt actually when I saw this guy dressed like Van Helsing. Like in the middle of the night, basically turned into a crow. Like it made me think of that. I go, wow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, okay, I'm looking at like stills from it, and I remember the era of her doing that, but I don't remember the video itself.
The video is spectacular. Actually, it was something else because remember that a lot of bands too. They were experimenting into the whole industrial ghost music style, like the vestment, the sounds, like even was turned industrial. If you remember, was from the 80s. Suddenly, fucking like Chris Holmes, they got together and they fucking released an album that was actually made to bash Marilyn Manson what he was doing at the time, basically, right? So something, like it was called Kill Fuck Die. Yeah, like if you listen to the album carefully, actually it was like a mockery of the whole movement going on at the time.
Maybe they knew something we all didn't, because fuck that guy. I'm very disappointed.
I know a lot of people are very disappointed about it. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I admire him for what he did, but I've never been a big fan of it. Like myself, I was always kind of at the time I was following industrial music, and I was following trying to rescue the 80s thrash metal sense that my older brother was listening at the time in the 80s. Okay. So I would go through his records, right? And kind of like I always admired thrash metal music. I was looking for something heavier, fast, like speed up kind of thing, right? So for me, like Marilyn Manson was too slow at the time for me. I was looking for something faster, right? I was
into a lot of different stuff, but early Manson definitely. Like I saw him on the Portrait tour at the Opera House way back when. And like he's a showman. Like he's one of those performers where my friends and I, anytime we brought anyone who's like, no, not interested, like I don't care, we'd bring them to see one of his shows, and they'd immediately they'd be like, oh, okay, I get it.
He was a showman. I mean, the guy, he, as you can see, like he's falling apart. Was right fast.
Anytime he's been here in the last time I saw him was actually on the Mechanical Animals tour.
Yeah, that was a fucking great album too. But I kind of not many people got into it because they found it a little bit too. It was very avant-garde, like he's a costume and all of that, and culture shocking too, because I kind of like
the very androgynous.
I remember that. That was a turning point for sure.
Yeah, controversial, very controversial.
And I wish his behavior off stage and off camera had been good, but now that I'm hearing all of the accounts, and it's not like one person; it's multiple people. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Vote with your feet. Yeah. No, you don't get any of my money for your tickets. You don't get any of my money for albums. You don't get any of my money from streaming.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Right. You know, like he's pretty much done in the business. I mean, kind of that's certain people that I mean, they once they have their time. I always say like it kind of like music is like fashion. It's like movies. It's like anything. Like it kind of it has its time. You don't take care of the best of it. You don't put your full integrity into it. Then it's gone, and then like a good luck actually if it's ever gonna be rescued again, because it might take other decades where you gave up a long time ago to do the same kind of thing. You're not gonna keep up with it, kind of thing. So
there's always exceptions to that rule. Like I loved Bowie and all of the different iterations of him over the years, and just the reinvention. Even Madonna, what you were saying earlier, she's an absolute genius about reinventing and trying new stuff. Cher as well.
Right.
Sting. Like there are Alice Cooper. Like there's artists that are lifelong, and they're going to be lifelong, and they just keep trying things and like moving in new directions. And I appreciate that. I think it's really
cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, David Bowie, great example, because he was the chameleon of rock and roll, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
like,
did
no
you guys see
matter
that?
what he did, like it could be different fashions, different styles, but it was still Bowie.
Yeah, exactly.
You could always tell this is Bowie.
Those artists. I always
did you see that news article today? Somebody found one of his paintings in a thrift shop somewhere in Ontario.
Oh my god!
And they got it for penny. They got it for fucking pennies, and it was one of his paintings. Unfortunately, I'm not going to tell you the website it's on because I'm not a huge fan. I'll send it to you separately. But yeah, somebody found one of his original paintings from the 90s, and they got it for $5
for a song.
Why?
Wow. $5.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, that's the thing. I was working in a garage sale today, and so many people show up so early just to see if they can find like the diamond in the rough.
Yeah,
like that. I mean, kudos to those people. I have a few stories.
If the sale starts at 11 and you show up at 10, I'm spraying you with a hose.
Yeah,
Get off my lawn.
So we the garage sale started at 8, and people were there at 7.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I have to do that actually the next weekend. And we're doing the pop culture market since things are reopening again, right? I had already people contacting me to see if they could come today, but I'm not with the whole like a setup here, but I have done most.
What day are you doing that?
Crew, right?
What day are you doing? What day are you doing that?
Oh, it's Saturday. That would be actually. Oh my god, I forgot what day exactly. But I can't. Okay, Saturday the 18th. No, sorry, Saturday the 19th.
19th.
Okay, the 19th. So it goes from 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. kind of thing, right?
Where is it? Where are you having
it? In Hamilton, actually, like in 20 Land Street, Hamilton, Ontario. So it's the north.
Maybe I'll just randomly show up and hang out, man.
You never know, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Surprise me. That would be awesome. Yeah, no, and
throw me an invite. Let me.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do tonight. Actually, like by having everything sent out by the morning. Actually, like a kind of since things are reopening now.
Yeah.
I can go to actually like continue with the show. But this time, what I'm gonna be doing is also I'm gonna be offering free spots to people to basically like to make themselves, because like I understand many of the people out there that basically just recovering from this entire thing. Just as myself. We understand the struggle, so I have the space, and I want them for this month to basically to just register for.
And what did you call the sale? Say it again.
Oh, the pop culture market.
Pop culture market. Okay.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because there's an event here that's called the Punk Rock Flea Market.
Oh yeah, I see it. 20 Land Street.
Yeah, at the Devil Cellar. Yeah.
Oh shit, son.
Yeah, no, and
cool.
In the last few months, I have collected a lot of things actually, because I've been doing this cleaning of homes like as an extra work in order to survive, right? That I go to the houses of people and I help them out to organize. If they have to move out from one place, I help them out to clean up, do like a deep cleaning, whatever they need to get rid of, I pick it up for them, kind of thing, right? So like I've been helping out a lot of people with that, and there was a family I've been working with for the past 2-3 months. They still hire me to help them organize things.
Oh, that's amazing.
Still, right? So
do you want to come over and clean my house?
I would do that totally. Yeah, no, really. I would but it's not gonna be.
I have been in the same house for like 16 years. It's just full of
I know what you want. I know your idea. Now you want me to dress like a maid and clean your house.
Yeah.
Of
course, I know. Absolutely. French maid, man. You're cleaning my house in a French maid uniform. Just so you know.
French maid outfit.
I don't think you'd be the
anything
first.
For you to do. Anything for my ladies.
Okay,
baby.
So on our Friday the 13th episode and our Halloween episode, you will get to know a few other things. What the time I lived in a haunted house and why I have a crooked smile.
Right.
Sometimes I have to correct my smile a lot of the times because I want to smile like this.
So you know,
I'll tell you about that.
Yeah. So you know how I told the story about the man who turned into a crow, right?
Yeah.
So that was like the good thing. Okay, so you have a story, Deborah and Courtney as well. It's your turn.
We'll save them. We'll save them. I want to end the podcast with a story about an Ontario place you can visit. So it's in
but you were going to talk about that story in this episode.
No, I want people to come. I want people to visit. I just dropped my mic.
I want having that kind of night, guys.
I know, yeah. So that's the one that tell us about it.
I want to tell you about a spooky place that I visited. It's in Port Perry, Ontario. So it's the Mississauga's Trail on Scugog Island.
Ooh.
It was 1956, a long time ago. A motorcyclist rode his bike down the Mississauga's Trail on Scugog Island near Port Perry, Ontario. He rode too fast and the end of the road came up too quickly. He tried to brake, but he lost control and was thrown from his bike onto a wire fence, which sliced off his head. Or maybe he was thrown against the rock at the corner of the junction, or both, something like that anyway. This is from Mark Richardson, what he wrote. Whatever happened, his spirit doesn't rest. But if you go at the road at night, strange things are known to happen. If you see the light of his motorcycle coming toward you on the end of the road, passing at great speed, and the red tail light disappearing into darkness, if you're in a parked car, you might feel the vehicle shake as if rocked by phantom hands. If you're brave enough to get out of the car, or you're on a motorcycle yourself, open to the night, you might hear a voice in the woods calling to you from another dimension. So this place is in Port Perry or near Port Perry. I've been there a couple of times, and if you sit there and wait, you will see the light. You'll see the red tail light of the motorcycle.
What?
And people frequent this. And then there is a rock near the entrance. If you sit on it, you are cursed. People
I mean, a curse anyway.
Do you have a car, Deb? I sat on it,
and
it felt a little strange.
Do you have a car?
I do have a car.
Okay, so can we road trip to this spot?
Yes, we can road trip it. And we can also live stream from there.
Okay.
So I think it would be fun. Mm-hmm. And fun fact number 36 about Deb is I did have sex on that road. That is one of the roads where it's
Did you fuck a ghost?
Maybe.
Do you got DP by a ghost?
It's completely dark. It's so dark you can see all of the stars. And I will tell you also another story. It was unrelated to the sex story. One time I was hanging out there with one of my ex-boyfriends. He rode a motorcycle and we hung out by the trail, and we heard this noise coming from somewhere in the distance. It was kind of like it sounded like a ray gun. It was like coming from somewhere nearby, and we just turned to each other. We're like, we have to get out of here, and we just booked it. So it is a strange world. It's a very, very dark, very, very country-esque rural road. I think it would be excellent if we live stream from there at some point.
All right, let's do it. I'm totally down.
Yeah, she wants to go for the sex. That's
So
why.
it's called the Ghost
The
Road.
pandemic thirst
Obviously.
is real. At this point, I would just even fuck a ghost. Okay.
It's called
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Ghost Road,
Right?
and it's in
Yeah.
it's in Scugog County.
Yeah, you're gonna find Patrick Swayze like a fucking you in the ass. Right?
Doing some pottery there.
Pottery and anal sex sounds like my kind of Thursday night.
Pottery and
Yeah, that's
anal.
like-
So I'll put up a bunch of pictures of what this place looks like. It is very spooky, but a lot of people visit to try to see this light.
Amazing.
So I just figured I'd throw this fun fact about Ontario in, that there is a place like this.
All right, are we gonna try and do that on the next Friday the 13th, or should we save that for like Halloweenish times?
I feel like there's going to be a ton of people there for Halloween. So
Okay.
let's do it on Friday the 13th.
Okay,
Perfect.
done and done. I am
That's what they
totally
do
down to
actually
road
when they
trip.
do the
I will
gathering
road trip
Fort
for this
Over.
fucking podcast.
Sounds good.
Fuck yes.
Where
All
I
right.
don't know, like it kind of I was going to say, we're in summarizing everything what we have talked about today. It's kind of like it feels like it's not so much about ghost stories because that's what we were looking for, or
Mhm.
horror stories, but it's more experiences that we have gone through ourselves in a way that we have
Yeah.
seen the certain phenomenons.
Yeah.
Or,
It was a good
like,
mix.
would you say
It
that
was a
like,
good
in a way?
mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
sort of like
we're,
weird phenomena or something just like spooky, ghosty.
We're
anything
just
that's
we're
heard.
just all night breed. That's all.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
night
So
breed.
people
We belong
listening.
to the night, yeah. And down
People
with
listening, I want you to comment in the comments. What is the spookiest thing that has happened to you? And if we find your
yeah.
thing extra spooky, we
Would
will,
you come on the podcast with us?
Yes, we will invite you. Either invite you on the podcast, and if you don't like it,
do it.
we
That's
will
right.
tell your story. We will tell your tale on the
Dun dun
podcast.
dun.
We will try to give it poetic justice. We will
Oh,
try
no.
to tell it in a way that's not, it's
Bland.
Does it? Yeah.
Maybe
No.
maybe we'll write it all in
It's
poetry.
very
Maybe
spooky.
we'll tell your story in haiku form.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I'll just
maybe.
rewrite it in haiku form.
Oh man,
Or
I feel like
into a
wanna go and have
poem.
sex on the road now.
Or say it like this.
Would you rather clean up plasma or cum? Would you rather?
Come.
Come. Yeah, come to me, baby.
Yeah.
So no ghost jizz, no plasma, just human
No.
jizz. Cum.
Nothing of
Yeah,
that.
got it.
That's way more
Yeah.
explainable. But at the same time, okay, so if you guys could if you guys could live in a haunted house, would you?
Fuck yeah.
If we get paid, we get paid.
Yeah.
I used to live
I
in
think
a
I would be
haunted
like,
house.
yeah, for sure, if the rent's
Well,
reasonable.
So I know, Dab, that you actually have experience living in a haunted
Yes.
house, but we're not talking about it.
We're
this
saving
podcast.
that. We're
We're
saving
gonna
that.
Save it for another one because holy shit.
I used to live with
Because
a
I doubt
witch.
I doubt anything is gonna happen between like now and then, but I
We'll see.
invite it to.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I used to live with a witch.
Really?
No, what is it like? Okay, put it
Oh.
this way: it's years ago, I used to date this ex-girlfriend of mine, and I got away, from 2006 and 2012, and she decided to buy a house, and the house that she bought here in Hamilton, which is one of the reasons how I ended up moving here to the city.
Mhm.
It's because
Okay.
she bought a house like a Victorian home with 5 bedrooms and fucking 2-3 bedrooms and an attic and shit like that, right? So kind of like the house was giving her so many problems, I ended up leaving her in 10 months basically. So kind of like because I was sick and tired of that shit. I mean, if you're gonna buy a house, buy in good condition. Don't fucking buy shit that you have to redo all over.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't make any sense. What's the sense on life of buying a house?
Yeah,
either way?
ghosts in the water pipes, bitch. Ghosts
Right?
in the water pipes.
So technically, and that's why I told my friends, like, kind of when they asked me, oh, so what happened to that girl, like, that you were dating at the time? I go, no, She turned into a witch when she bought the house, and I fucking ran away from it, so I escaped it. No, she got another prisoner on it, so I'm glad. At least I don't have to walk her dog.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Okay.
Holy shit!
All right.
All
So
right,
look
guys.
forward to Tales from the Haunted House.
Thank you for joining us, and
Be
just want you guys
afraid.
all to
Thanks for joining
remember.
us.
Wear
Just
And
double
everybody
always
diapers.
remember.
You will need them.
Get wrecked.
Remember to get wrecked.
Get
See you
wrecked.
next
Wear
time.
double diapers.
Thank you all for listening. Hope you enjoyed the podcast tonight. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, remember to comment whether you think we're drunk, high, or sober. We'll give you a shout out in the next episode if you're correct. And please leave 5-star reviews. We'll also give you a shout out. And keep an eye open for the Hot Ones Hot Sauce Challenge on June 26th. We're very excited about it, and we will do our normal podcast somehow if we're not exploding with heat afterwards. I'll see you all next week.